I was saying how, you know, like I had learned a lot from them. I was like, and it was the part when one of the parts that stood out was when they were saying about the ride or die jump. You know, how a woman I'm being told, you know, would you rather die for me? You know what I mean? And then they saying at the end, some situations dealing with the streetwise majority, that if when a woman get locked up, they actually catch the die part. You know, ain't no ride for them. You know what I mean? They visitation, you know, don't nobody beat up. Ain't no nigga up, period. I ain't gonna say ain't nobody there. Ain't the nigga who said rather die. His ass up out of it. You know, like fucking type shit. And basically what I was just saying. Being the fact that you a woman, because I'm not a woman, but yeah, I done said them words before. So I'm asking you, like, you know, from your point of view, being the fact that you done heard that before, you done experienced that, you know what I mean, and being the fact that you older now, what is, how do you feel about those three words now? Rather die, coming from a man. Like, what was something, how can I say it? How do you feel about them, and what would be some game or knowledge you would give to women younger than you, that's young teenagers, that would be get ready to be told, that's what it be told that?
I feel like the ride or die phrase is a big lie. Unless you are riding or dying for your family, your kids, you know, your mom, or somebody like that, you know, that's the word ride or die, what that should be used for. But as far as a man, if he come up to you and say, you know, if y'all chilling and hanging out, and he be like, you know, babe, you gonna be my ride or die, right? At the age that I'm at now, I tell his ass, hell no. I tell him I ride or die for the Lord, because I've had that experience of being lied to, of being tricked. You know, I done had a nigga throw the drugs in my lap. You know what I'm saying? So, and I done seen that whole energy within that shit happening. But me being so real, I wasn't the type of female to say, no, I ain't gonna take that. I actually, you know, I took it. Because my mind frame at the time was to be a ride or die. But at that time, I was a ride or die still. But I was learning that shit ain't what it is. Ride or die is not what it is, because I seen my life flash before my eyes that day. I was going to take the charges. I remember thinking that way. But the Lord let me stay in that paddy wagon for over 3 hours to make my mind up to not take those charges and to get rid of that shit, because if I didn't, I probably would have did like 5 years and missed my kids with the shit that I had on me, that was thrown on me.
So what happened with the dude you was messing with at that time? Like, I mean, were you supportive with you? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, the nigga did get me out. He got me out. I got out within, like, I stayed in there 14 hours. They tortured me. They cavity searched me for no reason, but the Lord was on my side with that cavity search, because I went to bend over, the girl didn't even look. She told me, go ahead. Even my wig that I had on, they asked me, was that attached, like, or is it glued on, or is it just on? They gave me a choice, you know, so, and that don't normally happen. You know what I'm saying? So everything was like in line the way it was supposed to be. I was high as fuck, because some of those drugs I had got rid of by chewing. So it was like I was in that bitch, like, I was in there really high, but I knew what I was facing too, and I knew that the guy that I was with, I knew he was gonna get me out, because everybody was around that seen what had happened that day, and he would look like a bitch ass nigga if he didn't. So he knew he had to, and he knew what he had did too. He knew he had threw that shit on me, so he knew he had to come, right, or he wouldn't have been real. You know what I'm saying? Because that was some fake ass shit. So yeah. He would have been one of the niggas, though, if I did take those charges and I wasn't smart enough to know how to get rid of them, he wouldn't have been at visitation. Just know that.
So, then the fact that we heard the testimony from ladies last night, and, you know, you just figured how the girl was just like, you know, when on that ride or die shit, you know, ain't no ride. As in from the middle, you know what I mean? And how she was saying, you know, ain't no support. No visitation, you go on visitation, don't nobody be there. Yeah, the mamas be there, a girlfriend may be there, you know. But not the nigga who said ride or die, not your man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, being the fact that you didn't have to go through that, but you heard that? What were some of your feelings that you was experiencing last night when you were watching it?
Man, I felt blessed. I felt like that's not even the only situation. I just feel like many situations that I've been in that could have went left like theirs did, you know, and it didn't because God been by my side every time, and He knew my heart and intentions. You know, He knew I was ready to sacrifice myself for others. You know, so and it was genuine to keep people out of the system. That's mainly what it was. I grew up all my life seeing the men in my family in the struggle. You know, I ain't seen them strong. You know what I'm saying? They didn't teach me to. They didn't teach me how a woman's supposed to be treated. You know, it was very dysfunctional. So I always had that feeling in myself that if I can help my black men, I'll do it at any cost. But the life that I was living, I was trying to do it in the way of the streets, you know, instead of organized help, you know. But the God knew that. He knew that. That's why he guided me the way He guided me to do the things that I'm doing, you know. So that's how I felt. I felt blessed. I felt that, and thank God that it is people like that. You know, that's why I tell people a lot of the times I thank God for the good and bad, because without that bad, you can't get to the good, and without that bad, you can't understand the good. You know what I'm saying? So people like the women, they done already been through that era of that ride or die, but they did big. They was in the big brackets, like, you know, them upper levels.
This is, see, the reason I'm gonna feel like the reason why I asked you that, because, like, alright, coming from a male perspective, alright, being the fact that I done told a woman that before, you know what I mean? But I ride, you know what I mean? I roll, will ride, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I done seen some fucked up situations. One in the visitation room, and like I told you last night, the one, I probably could count how many dudes was in that bitch, and it ain't reaching my whole hand. There used to be a lot of other, like, grandmas, mamas in that bitch, kids. But it used to be like me and like this one other dude, we was like, me and two other dudes, we mainly like came all the time. But that was it, out of the fucking 44, no, out of the 62 spaces. You know what I mean? That was it, you know what I mean? Only 3. So, I felt the women last night, you know what I mean? Not saying that happened to them, but they were speaking on, you know, those who they was locked up with and saying, and, you know, ain't nobody in that bitch. That's messed up, you know what I mean? It's very detrimental, very misleading, because 9 out of 10, the nigga know that the woman young, you know what I mean? He know that she innocent in love. She don't really know nothing too about it.
Yeah.
You already deep into it with the sex, so with that, you know, that's what you controlling and got the little young girl going off of, you know what I mean? So she here ride or die, you throwing these Bonnie Clyde scenarios and scenery, you know what I mean? That's what she thinking you wrong. Now, yeah, you got someone that put them on the head up and be like, hey man, throw that, get behind us, I'm gonna throw this on you. You got someone that ain't gonna say nothing, just hope she just be on point, you know what I mean? And even if the little girl or the woman is on point, it's still fucked up to where they get that you just basically forget. And I just only say that because if a woman is involved with a man's life and he in the streets and he up like that, you know what I mean? They always say behind every good strong man there's a strong woman as well behind him. So which means if she has you down on the small minor things, you supposed to hold her down too on the big major shit. That just meaning she for to get clipped. She got to go do some time. You know what I mean? Because she risking her freedom, everything. Definitely y'all got kids involved. That's even more serious thing that a nigga should be on more of like fuck it. You know what I mean? Like I'm regardless. You know I'm there. I'm gonna fuck what happened. You know what I mean? I'm there. But I just wanted to have that talk. Just simple. Like I say, I got daughters. You know what I mean? You have daughters. We have daughters together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have our kids are together. You know what I mean? And not to speak on the boys right now because we talking about the women, but you know, God bless the boys. But it's that for these girls.
Yeah, because they go through struggles too.
Yeah, oh yeah. These girls, you know what I mean? Speaking about the girls, and this message is for those, you know, who have daughters. So, you know what I mean? Nieces. Know a friend with daughters. Got a godchild and she a girl, you know what I mean? Got to have that talk with them. Got to have that talk with them. You since they in high school, they forget it. You hear them talking about they love a boy or they so you know it. You know what time it is. You got to sit down and have a talk with them.
Yeah, because whatever you put into them is what you're gonna get out. Just like the energy in the universe. You know, whatever you sow, you know what I'm saying. That's what you're gonna get back.
Yeah, I'm just
whatever
like
seed you sow.
If you sit up there and try to play that game like not my daughter, not my niece, not my friend girl, or I know she ain't go. We all know them be the ones we be hollering about ain't and not, and them be the first ones too. You get what I'm saying? Or the first ones you see out here just so running behind them boy, they ain't even focused on their damn school no more. Running behind this damn boy. You get what I'm saying? It necessarily always got to be pregnant. We ain't even talking about that. It necessarily got to be that. It is period. You see the derailment. You see the what does it start with a D?
The dysfunction.
Dysfunction is something else when you retort from something else. God, it'll come to me, but yeah, when you see that, you know that's when it's too late. But
right.
You got to go ahead and the only thing you could do is to add on what you saying. You got to put your two in. You got to put your work in. Therefore, if all hell break loose and shit goes south, and we all, God forbid it don't. I mean, yeah, God forbid, you know what I mean? And is that at least you know you did yours at the end of the day. You and the Lord knows you did yours. But you can't have no say so if you was on that, I'm just going to go to work, or I'm just going to do my thing out in the street, because niggas know who the fuck I am. They know not to fuck with my daughter. You know, I'm going to just go to work, you know what I mean? Because my daughter, she already know I do not play like, yeah, we can have that thinking, but you can't, if you ain't said shit, you can't expect to be, to say too much of nothing. You ain't put them up on game. You ain't had no talk with them. You were thinking yours was either too good, straight up, or mine already know. They know who the fuck I am. If that was the case, bro, half of us wouldn't even be on. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it just that I ain't down talking nobody, and we all know that. I ain't down talking my black women. This for all races. That's why it wasn't no my only just black women. No, I ain't come on like that. It's just in general. You know, every time I speak, it's gonna be in general. Every time my wife speaks, it's gonna be in general. But it just, you know, just gotta be said, man. The talk got to be had. Definitely why the pandemic going on, you have a lot of time around your family, friends. It's time to have them talks. It ain't nothing but it don't hurt you. That's the sad part. It don't hurt you 5 minutes. Whether it's on the phone or they putting up at the house, wherever y'all link up, whatever.
Yeah.
Your kids in your house.
It don't cost nothing.
Your kids in your house, so that really don't cost you nothing. Your kids ain't in your house for the daddies. Bro, it don't hurt to pick that phone up, call your baby mom, call the mother of your child. Can I speak to my daughter? You feel me? If you're already doing it, this don't pertain to you, but spread the word and keep doing it. God bless you. Anything you want to say, hit me, follow me. 83 Cook. Will be coming soon. But right now the platform is 83 Cook. Follow on YouTube. Anything you want to leave me with?
Yeah, you can follow me at Queen Chatahi. That's QUEENCHATAHI Hickson And that's on Facebook. I'm also on IG, and that's Queen Nikki Lanish. Go ahead, follow me. Y'all, let's get this talk up. We need to get this talk in. Love y'all. Love your families. God bless.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it from here live. We'll be doing live settings, live sessions soon here. Right now, we want y'all to follow me, subscribe, hit the link, spread the word. We're gonna name this one here. We're gonna do nothing that's gonna keep it 100 with yourself, man. Love.
That was nice.